historians agree that King Henry II of England was not a faithful husband to his wife, Eleanor of Aquitaine, and that he had many mistresses. The most well-known, and perhaps the most beloved, was none other than the fair Rosamund, whose fate is shrouded in mystery. Walter de Clifford, Rosamund's father, served King Henry during his campaign in Wales in 1160s, and the king met Rosamund for the very first time when he paid a visit to Walter's residence. At the time, Rosamund was famed to be England's greatest beauty, so it is no wonder that the king fell madly in love with her, despite being a married man with children. As the King of England, Henry could get his hands on anything he desired, and at that moment, he desired nothing more than to have Rosamund, and he didn't care much about the effect it would have on Rosamund's life. The two's affair started as Henry's wife, Eleanor of Aquitaine, gave birth to Henry's son, and Henry returned to her side after making sure his relationship with Rosamund was kept perfectly under wraps. In surface, he was engaged in a diplomatic marriage with his wife, and behind closed doors, he experienced a passionate romance with Rosamund. Rosamund and Henry's affair remained a secret for many years, until the Great Revolt of 1173. Henry's sons, dissatisfied with his greedy behavior, rebelled against him, and Eleanor, who hadn't had the best relationship with her husband, decided to join their cause. The war ended with peace, and although Henry decided to pardon his sons, he imprisoned Eleanor in her old harem and sought a divorce. However, the Pope denied his request, and instead, Henry started to flaunt his affair with Rosamund. After this point, Rosamund's fate is mostly left to the imagination of the people. Although Eleanor was imprisoned for 15 years, some believe that somehow, she escaped prison, and came back to take her revenge on the woman who'd stolen her husband from her. One legend says that while Henry ordered to build a complex maze to protect his lover, Eleanor managed to trace Rosamund's steps with a silken thread, and poisoned her to death. Nevertheless, Rosamund's life with King Henry came to an end when a serious illness took a hold of her body in 1176, and forced her to retreat to Gostow Abbey. Little did she know that her body would be buried at the very same place. When Henry's lover died, he paid for a lavish tomb, which remained a popular shrine among the local people until Henry's death in 1191. While Rosamund was pictured mostly as a seductress and a fallen woman at the time, perhaps she, herself, was the biggest victim of King Henry's whims. What do you think of the fair Rosamund? Did she deserve this fate? Leave your comments down there, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe.